What is good, Finn Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for the fifth quarter post game show. Appreciate the donation in the chat, but as far as you're concerned and your comments concerned, you can sit on it and rotate because I ain't reading you because you're irrelevant, and so is your thought process. Thank you very much. And I don't argue, I'm right. Okay. Y'all the same fans that were bipolar in my chat about Fangio. And I guarantee you, all of you that come up today are going to be sitting here absolutely salivating and praising the defense when 90% of you in the chat were saying, fire Fangio. Fangio sucks. This defense sucks. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all react with emotions, not this, because I guess some of y'all, it's, the hamster isn't running on the wheel up there. So listen, just because I react with reason and I'm right most of the time, like 95% of the time, that does not mean I argue with fans. That means I tell it like it is. And I'm not afraid to tell people who are wrong how it is. Okay. So today, the offense, they let this team down 110%. I tweeted it out and I said it all throughout the game. This offense had multiple chances to take the lead. Tyreek Hill had his worst game as a Miami Dolphins. If you actually think about it, that fumble was at least a 10-point swing. It took 3 points off the board from us at minimum and put 7 on the board for the other team. So that's at minimum a 10-point swing, at maximum a 14-point swing. That's how it works. For all of you who don't know ball, okay? Because I'm sure some of you are flooding in here waiting to point. Tua Tagovailoa missed a wide open Cedric Wilson. Gotta make those throws. I gotta see another angle on the snap. It looks like it might have been a silent count, and Tua wasn't expecting that because it looks like his head was off to the right, not even at Connor. It looks like it was a early snap from Connor, a la what we saw a few weeks ago from Liam Eichenberg. But I have to rewatch the All-22. That'll tell me that answer. That's just what I saw from the one quick replay I saw from behind. So I got to go back and watch that, and I will watch that, and I'll have that answer tonight, even when I do my takeaways tomorrow. So Tua missed one throw today. 2, actually. He missed Waddle. He had Waddle earlier in the game, but he took the first down, so you're not going to be able to fault Tua for it. He took the first down on third down instead of throwing it deep, where if he would have thrown it deep and that would have been incomplete, we would have had to punt the football. He took the first down instead. And then he missed that Cedric Wilson. The ball looks like it might have slipped. Again, the All-22 will give me that answer. But I'm still going to say it. I blamed Mike McDaniel for a lot of that failure in the first half. I also blamed undisciplined football, as well as Tyreek Hill had a key third down drop that would have extended a drive. Remember, we couldn't convert a drive in the first, a third down in the first half, if you remember. So we missed a key third down drop from Tyreek, and Tyreek also had the fumble with 33 seconds left in the game that they scored with 6 seconds left to go up 21-0. Instead of us going into the half 14-3 or 14-7, we went into the half down 21-0. Now, especially when you see how this game ended and how our defense held out, that 7 was the most. Apparently, I'm not, because I have a ton of following on. I'm actually one of the most likable. Thank you again for the donation. I appreciate the donation. But I actually am one of the most likable YouTubers. Thank you very much. That's why there was over 1,100 people watching me live today. I appreciate for the donation, though. Keep sending your comments to the donation, though. I appreciate it. So, listen, it was just not a great game from the offense. They couldn't get out of their own way. I mean, let's be honest. That final drive basically spoke volumes of how that game went. Got down to the 31 and then couldn't get out of our own way. Kept shooting ourselves in the foot. Now, I think this was a blend of stuff. I think this was listen, You got how many weeks now? We've had 2 weeks out of the last 3 weeks where we've started our opening drive, the most scripted drive of the game. We've started it off with a penalty, a delay of game, or whatever the case may be is. This is supposed to be your most scripted, easy to this is what you've practiced all week through your walkthroughs. Like, this is literally what you've been practicing all week through your walkthroughs, and you can't get it right. You know? Again, you want me for I know there's people out there that want some kind of sliver of hope. Listen, I said this during the game, I'll say it again. If people are going to call us frauds, what can you say right now? This team cannot, yes, I said the Chargers game was a statement game. I stand by that. There was over 1,200 people here in the post-game chat when we won that game. It was a statement game. They had the 7th best pass defense in the NFL last year, and they had a healthy Bosa, a healthy Khalil Mack, a healthy Derwin James, a healthy J.C. Jackson. I get all that. But since then, we've lost. All 3 of our losses have been in situations to make a statement. So I look at us as 1-3 in statement games. That's not good. But I will also say this. Again, do you want a silver lining? Because I can give you a real one that no one can really argue. Have we lost one of these statement games at home yet? Look at it. All of our big games have been on the road. Right? Have we even had one of these shots at like Philly, primetime in Philly, Mahomes in Frankfurt, Buffalo in Buffalo? I think there's a lot of blame to go around on offense. I think there's a lot of blame that falls on McDaniel's feet. There's definitely blame on Tua for that last drive on that throw to Cedric. I mean, what are you going to say? Whether it slipped or not, you're going to blame him. I think there's blame on the offensive line. They weren't picking up. There's multiple times where Taron Armstead's a veteran that we pay a lot of money, and he wasn't picking up the proper guy. There's plenty of blame to go around offensively. Tyreek, there's a ton of blame on Tyreek's. You could say Tyreek's one of the reasons this offense didn't get anything going in the first half. That 3rd down drop was key. Then he had the fumble returned for what ended up being the winning touchdown. I blame Tyreek a whole hell of a lot more because, okay, let's say this. Tua makes that throw. To Cedric. We tie the game, but we still lose. And now what? And now what? We're still going to look back to, you know what you're going to say? Well, if you didn't give up the fumble recovery for a touchdown, that Tua throw is a winning touchdown, and we win that game and we're out of there. That's literally what we're going to say. So, it is what it is. The defense deserved this win, and they played well enough to get this win, and this offense let them down. From McDaniel to Tyreek to Tua, they let them down. That's it. What else can you say right now? Like, that's what happened. And again, Liam Eichenberg wasn't really an issue. The injuries hit. The penalties started evening out, especially in that second half. There was a lot of egregious ones not called in that first half, especially on holding, but they started evening them out in that second half. We started seeing it get evened out in that second half for sure. So you can't even blame refs on this one. Our defense gave our offense plenty of chances to get the job done today. From McDaniel to Tyreek to Tua on that throw to Cedric, we didn't get it done. But, I mean, this offense is playing the best it's played. We know the potential of this offense. Why do you think I told all y'all after we lost that Bills game? What was the first words out of my mouth? Man, we just need to get home field advantage for at least that first playoff game. And I will also say this. Listen, should Tua have hit Tyreek? 110%. 110%. But look at, what have I also pointed out this season? How many times in key drives do we give up key sacks? Does our offensive line, all of a sudden our offensive line gives up key sacks? It actually happened twice today when we got past midfield. Remember earlier in the game when we got past midfield and we took a key sack too that took us out of our sacks happen at the worst time, bro. The worst time. But again, that we were put in a position where, listen, guys, you know why I harp? I can live with the Tua miss to Cedric on second down a lot more if that's a 2nd and 6, a 2nd and 4 throw after Mostert gains 4 to 6 yards on the first run. Right? Because now we're 3rd and 6. Okay, now I got 2 downs to get to the sticks. Like, you know, you had a minute left. It's not like we had 20 seconds left. Okay, get it to the end zone. You had a minute left, and we had 2 timeouts, if I remember correctly. Let me check. Let me just double check that statement. Let me be sure. Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, we had 2 timeouts when we got down to the 31. We had 2 timeouts when we got down to the 31. I mean, you got 44 yards on 2 plays that got you down with 1:17 left down to the 31-yard line, and you just totally abandon it. I just don't get that play calling, man. I just don't. And then, listen, McDaniel did make a right play call because he put Cedric in a chance streaking for the touchdown, and Tua didn't make the read and the throw. Well, he made the read. He didn't make the throw. I told all y'all, because look at, I see what Long's saying. Brother, I don't know if you're watching me live. What did I say? That was the Bane backbreaker of Batman right there. That was bam, right over the knee. That's what that was. With 33 seconds left, and then now you got 6 seconds left and not even a chance to get 3. Oh, that was a backbreaker. Even if they would have stopped you, we would have tied this game 14-all. You know, we would have tied this game. Unbelievable. This is a tough one heading in. Don't worry. I'm going to have content for you, though. I mean, we're going to have our mid-season panel. You know, I'm going to bring back all the boys to the panel. We're going to talk about this game because I was convinced we shouldn't have lost. We weren't going to lose one of these games. We lost both, and we shouldn't have lost this one. Really, we had a chance to win both. Injuries and bad officiating hurt us the first time, but we were our own worst enemy today offensively. Own worst enemy, not even close. Tua Tagovailoa, 21 of 34, 193, a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 20 of 30, 185, 2 touchdowns. Raheem Mostert, 12 carries, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. Really came on with those last. He had 44 yards in his last 2 rushes. Isaiah Pacheco, he had 16 carries for 66 yards. Tyreek Hill had 8 receptions for 62 yards, but he also had a key 3rd down drop and a fumble on a screen that was picked up and recovered for a touchdown that ended up being the winning touchdown in the first half. David Long and Javon Holland each had 8 tackles. Zach Seiler had 7. Jalen Phillips had 5. Trent McDuffie had 10 for them. Wow. When you look at the teams, how they stacked up, Miami, remember, ended up 3 for 12. They didn't convert a 3rd down in the first half. Then they end up 3 for 12. We kept KC 3rd and 10. We did a lot of my defensive keys, and we were in a chance. Listen, what were my defensive keys? Do you guys remember what my defensive keys were? My defensive keys were Mahomes is going to Mahomes, but limit the big plays. We did that. Eliminate Kelsey. We did that. And get off the field on third down. We did that. And we only gave up 14 points, and we were in a chance to win this game. So all my defensive keys hit, and we defensively were in a chance. We were in a position to win this game. All of them. They hit them all. But they didn't hit the offensive keys. Because if you remember the offensive keys, I mean, right? On that, I said Tyreek's going to, he's going to have revenge season. And he clearly did not. Let's not lie to ourselves at all. He clearly did not. Right? My keys were Tyreek's revenge season, potentially big day for the running back room. It was at the end there. You got to win the war in the trenches. You're going to have to start putting discipline on there. But, yeah, I mean, listen, you look at this right now. Total plays 58-56 for the Dolphins. We outgained them 292-267. Both had 11 drives. I mean, we averaged more yards per play than them. We had one more passing yard. We had more rushing yards. They had more penalties. We outgained them, and we lost. This is one we are going to remember that we let slip through the fingers. I mean, and when you look at all those and you look at my keys, we did them all. All those keys I had on Friday, we executed. Executed every single one of them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Guys, do me the favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And all my keys were right. They gave us a chance to win. And the offense just wasn't good enough. Tyreek talked all that smack. All that smack, Tyreek. And that's the performance we got from you. Yeah, exactly, William. We had a $1.07 when they walked to that line. We had 57 seconds left after the first incomplete pass after that final Mostert run. We had time to run the football. Guys, smash that like button. I will also check the chat. I'll open it up to you guys for a bit here. Smash that. Smash that. Smash that. Smash that. All right. It was there, man. That defense was good today, man. I mean, that defense gives us hope that we're going to get it together. That defense gives us a lot of hope that we're going to get it together, man. So, we get that kind of defensive performance the rest of the season. This team's going to win a lot of games, man. So, why does coach take forever to set in the plan? Listen, this is a problem he's had since last year. This is an issue he's had since last year. Ask Sleepy. This is a problem he's had since last year, and we thought he had it. Remember early on in the season how early we were getting in all of those plays, and now you look at what's happening, and it's just not pretty, man. Not pretty. Oh, Ziggy Zag, don't that would hurt me to call him that. Todd, Dylan, Jan, what's going on, guys?
Man, a fumble and we don't even go for it. That fumble doesn't happen. We don't even go for it on fourth down. We're kicking that field goal to win. That hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just.
I mean, it's frustrating. That was the play that the game ended on.
We shut them out in the second half. Kelsey only had 14 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you know what? Someone texted me. Check this one out. Where are you? All right. Last year, we deferred to the Ravens. They return opening kickoff, 7-0. We're down. Defer to the Bills, give up touchdown, down 7-0. Bengals, we defer, go down 7-0. Tua gets hurt. Get ball versus Pittsburgh, go up 7-0. Detroit, we defer, give up touchdown, down 7-0. Chicago, defer, give up touchdown, down 7-0. Cleveland, defer, give up touchdown, go down 7-0. We get the ball versus Houston, San Francisco, and we score both times last year. Notice a trend. This year, we defer versus Buffalo, go down 7. Defer against Philly, go down 3-0. Defer to KC, go down 7-0.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes you do have to set the tone, man. Sometimes you have the number one offense, the number one passing attack, the number one rushing offense heading in this game. Set the freaking tone, man.
I wonder if they even think about that at all. But I get you.
Well, I'm sure they do, man. And I just don't get what the obsession here is. Like, there's a trend here. There is literally a trend here.
I mean, there are, things that are obviously undeniable like that. And, just real quick, I agreed with, everything that you said in your open and everything. This game was rough. It was a tough loss. I thought, the first half was super rough, but this team battled back. I just want to say that, I know Dolphins fans are going to be down for the next couple weeks, especially since we have our bye, but things are not over. We can absolutely still win the division, and there is a chance we could even win or, get that number one seed still going down the stretch if we take care of business in the next 5 games. And then we have the Cowboys at home, Ravens in Baltimore, and Bills at home. So, I mean, there is still, we can still achieve our goals.
I said, screw it. We're opening it up to everyone today. No more 6. We're going full. I'll make room if people come.
The positive is our defense looked great together. That's the positive. Our defense looked fabulous.
You're telling me, bro. I had everyone in my chat for the past 7 weeks. Bipolar, Fangio sucks. This defense sucks. I'm over here. Give them 8 weeks. Just wait. And that defense, if they look like that today and they keep that up, this team's going to win a lot of games moving forward.
A-Chan will be back after the bye, too.
So we'll go through people here, get your guys' thoughts. Hooked Up Joe, go ahead, man.
Okay, I'm with you on the D doing amazing. And I've been, I'm a Tua fan and a Hill fan. And Hill pretty much blew it. He'll be the first to tell you that. And when you talk about us not being able to play in big games, Hill's been there before, and it's like there's not really a good excuse for Hill on that not being able to play in a big game part when, to me, he was the crux of the cookie today. So as much as I like him, it was kind of the case. So, and
listen, we can be objective and say Tua missed a throw he should have made, and we've seen him make all year, and he's going to get memed for it. Sure, that's one play, but I can point to multiple plays from Tyreek in the first half alone that cost us points and cost us drives. 2 drives, 3rd down and the fumble cost us 2 drives, and it cost us 7 points. Thank you very much. And this is coming from Tyreek Hill's arguably the best player who's ever worn our jersey, and I'll put him up there with Dan Marino. But it is what it is. I mean, I can still call it what it is. It's reality. Still got to be objective. Let's go. Bari, you're up. Go ahead, and then we'll go to Jan after.
Hey, man. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, man. I'm devastated right now, man. I love Tyreek and love Tua, and this offense, but, bro, Mike McDaniel let us down. Tua, everybody's clowning Tua. That throw, I'm pretty sure, I'm confident the ball slipped. Tua hits that throw with his eyes closed damn near every game, bro.
Yeah, and then what did I say, Bari? But then if he hits that, we're in a tie game. We still lose that game. What are we all still pointing back to? The fumble. We're still pointing back to the fumble.
I love Tyreek, but bro, this is like the third game. This is the third big game.
You're right.
Last year in Buffalo, he dropped the touchdown. He dropped the touchdown in Philly. And then he had multiple drops in this game. It's like, I don't understand. And then Mike McDaniel, it's like, first off, his infatuation for Ahmed. What game
did he have the dropsies? Did he have another game this year where he had the dropsies a little bit?
I think so, but it was like,
I forget.
I think everybody had the dropsies on that game, so it kind of blended in.
Yeah, was that the one where Waddle had 3 drops, right? And he had the drop, and yeah.
But Mike McDaniel's, first off, his infatuation for Ahmed,
brother.
I don't like that. The before our last drive, the one where he put Ahmed in when we was coming down, that killed. Like you said, like when we put him in the game, bro.
What we're doing.
Telltale sign. We're running the ball.
We're not blocking with him. We're not putting him in a position to block.
He can't break tackles to save life either, bro. Like that loss of 6 yards on that.
You literally telegraph what you're doing with Ahmed, man. I can't put up with it.
Like we should Wilson, like at this point, Jeff Wilson has to like cuss out Mike McDaniel. Like he needs to be in those situations with him and Mostert. Like stop putting Ahmed on the field. Like he's just not good. And then, hey man, I'm devastated too because this was a Vic Fangio masterclass. He put him, the secondary, Xavier Howard had a hell of a game. Ramsey had a hell of a game. They shut down. They did everything. They shut down Travis Kelce. They shut down that Chiefs offense, man.
Was his biggest gain on like a screen or something?
Exactly. Like the Patrick Mahomes touchdowns, bro. Like it was wide open, and just us missing, us not wrapping up. Besides that, we made a hell of a job stopping that offense, man. And to see it get wasted like that,
I know that's what hurts, man.
That hurts. Like
we had a playoff performance from our defense, and we had an underwhelming performance from our offense.
Like this offense, Tua, McDaniel, we owe Vic Fangio this game. And then one last thing too, like you said earlier, bro. At this point, we just gotta pray we lose the toss, and we're forced to start. Like I've been saying this to my friends, like I've been thinking about it too, bro. Mike McDaniel, you gotta start. Our offense is too good for us to be coming from behind damn near every game, bro. Like we're not. He's trying to be Bill Belichick and stuff, bro. Sometimes you just gotta assert your dominance first and go put points up first and force teams to catch up with you.
Yeah. All right, Jan, what's going on, brother? What's on your
mind? No, thank you, bro. Bummed out, disappointed. This one hurts. However, I'm not hurt, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. We had a really slow start, man, a sloppy start, and what starts bad usually ends up bad. But the team definitely got my hopes up, after the half. And unfortunately, to end the game, they brought me right back down. The team on offense was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, tale of two halves. There were some questionable play calls like the Salvin Altman. I think that we already talked about that on the panel, on that first down loss of 6, and that led to a sack on Tua that killed the drive. And like you guys say, what's the infatuation with Salvin Ahmed when Wilson had the hot hand at that point on that moment? There were a lot of key penalties, bro, that when we had something good going, it basically killed our momentum on certain drives. And the defense that it did exactly what it needed to do today, man. I'm happy with our defense. It kept the Dolphins in the game, limited Kelce, and that Chiefs offense. I'm glad this is over for now, man. We can just go into the bye and see how we can
improve. Hold on a sec.
Forward. Yeah.
Cheetah is literally the best player on the team. No, this isn't turning on him. That's called being objective, and you got to call bad. What? Is Tua the only one that's allowed to be called out when he screws up?
I guarantee you in his press conference, he took blame. I guarantee it.
You think Tyreek Hill's happy with himself right now?
Guarantee it.
And I'm the one that said it, and I follow Tyreek Hill on Twitch and everywhere else, and I'm a great big fan, and I'm not going to stop being a fan.
Tyreek Hill said after a fumble or whatever, in a key moment, he said, "I'm going to be better." He tweeted it out. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what to say.
Got to be objective and fair.
Yeah, man. Like, you got to give this hunting around here. All right. Let's keep it rolling here. Nick, let's get your thoughts.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on. Obviously, the positive was the defense. Defense looks way better. David Long, once again, I don't know. He's just totally different. He's playing more free. Jalen Ramsey played great. Xavier Howard looks healthy and is getting back to his old form. So that's the positive. The negative for me, big time, is Coach McDaniel. I love him, but his play calling is very suspect at times. That Ahmed run, I'll never understand a toss to the short side of the field, especially with your worst back. That ruined the drive. There were others that were ruined drives. But the big thing that's a concern to me right now is when we're playing these physical, good defenses, it just feels like if we get behind the sticks, we're hopeless. Like we absolutely, I don't know what we have to do. I don't know if it's the offensive line not being able to hold up, or if it's, Tua because he's, injury riddled, trying to just be cautious. But I don't know if you guys feel this way, but like if we get behind the sticks, I feel like the drive's over against these teams. Against other teams, we make it work. So that's something that concerns me, and I'm one of Tua's biggest supporters. But I just feel hopeless when we get, behind the sticks, and we're doing it too much. We're abandoning the run. I feel way better if we're in 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, than going incomplete or taking a sack, and then we're behind the sticks and playing catch up. And so, I feel like this team's totally different when we're at home. We don't have nearly as many pre-snap penalties and miscommunications, timing issues. So I don't have problems with us at home, but obviously this was a huge loss because now we're playing catch up, trying to get the number 1 seed. So there's a lot that I'm happy about, and I think we'll be fine and we can peak, but we got to figure out how to get better positive gains to stay on top of the sticks, not playing catch up. So
less negative plays. All right, Robert, Pyro, then EM.
Too many mistakes, man. I was super happy at the defense. I was happy to see the team not quit and give up on themselves, because it would have been easy to do. But we got to clean up the mistakes. The dumb shit we do early, the penalties, come on. I just need to see that cleaned up. And Tyreek, if you're going to talk a big game, put the work behind it, because you didn't show up today. That's how it looks. That's how it feels. But love what I saw on defense for 2 weeks in a row.
All right. Pyro, your thoughts, then EM. A01012 says, I think the 3rd and longs are an issue of being on the road. Too many times on the road, they're lined up late, too sloppy on the road. Guys, we're taking delay of games on scripted drives. I mean, McDaniel needs to get his ish together. Pyro, go ahead, and then it's you, EM.
Well, honestly, man, I'm fucking pissed off. We're abandoning the run. We're abandoning the run on back-to-back chunk plays. It's the Bills games all over again. Why do we always have to be one-dimensional on crucial situations at this point? This has been becoming a trend with McDaniel. I'm so sorry to say that. I love the guy, but at this point, your play calling has been atrocious when it comes down to these situational games, man. It's like we really needed at that point to get points on the board. Not only that, but when Tua got sacked, it's like, why are we not running the ball? Why not feeding Mostert the hole with Ahmed? I'm at this point, he's another Gaskin. I'm sick and tired of him with these fucking outside runs. He cannot turn the quarter fast enough. He can't break tackles. At this point, he's a liability. He's not Achane. Achane will make that shit work.
Mm-hmm.
And then what Reasons just said about the delay of game. We come out delay with, thank God we called a timeout, but it was delay of game. In the second, when we come out in the second half, it was another delay game. Tua had to call another timeout. At this point, we just got to fix this stuff, man. I thought it was fixed from last year. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but now it's starting to rear its ugly head again. So I don't know. At this point, we just got to fix everything. Hopefully in the bye week, and we just got to get back on the ball, man.
EM, what's going on, man?
Man, bro.
Let that shit out, man.
Give me one moment, man. Let me gather myself, man.
Go
Elpat
ahead,
says
gather.
if D wants to pass,
Hey.
fine, but don't go empty.
True.
Man, this one's gonna be a while for me to get over this one, bro. This one stung.
You got 2 weeks.
Hey, man, it's a lot of blame. I signed the majority of blame on Mike McDaniel, but there is a lot. There is a lot of blame to go around himself, Tyreek. Just to
EM, was that Tyreek's worst game as a Dolphin? Was that Tyreek's worst game?
Oh, absolutely, clearly, absolutely.
All that shit he talked, EM. After all that shit he talked, bro, you give them whiteboard material, and then you don't even back it up on your half.
Not even. Did he even get 100 yards?
In the self-inflicted wounds, and this is again, you're seeing. I think a pattern has been established, right? With the self-inflicted wounds, right? In the biggest moments, in the biggest games against the upper tier teams, right? And again, that's a reflection on coaching as a whole, right? And I know players have to execute. I get it, but man, you have to implement some system to remedy that. You can't. It's tough enough going against the opposition and have to worry about beating them. You can't fight them and yourself at the same time. It's just not going. You're not going to be successful at this level. So, but at the end of the day, with all that being said, there's a lot of blame to go around. One thing I will say positive about McDaniel, because I thought this would be paramount. I said this before the game last night on another platform, and I felt like early on I didn't think they would have a lot of success running the football, but I thought it was key and paramount for McDaniel to not abandon it, right? Even though you're not getting the success you want, but stick to it, right? And I felt like hopefully in the fourth quarter we would be in a position close to where it would start to play big dividends, and I felt the game was unfolding and kind of aligning, up to that, in kind of trending in that direction. But on the last play, McDaniel, I mean, your game time drive, right? You completely the running game is what kept you in the game and got you to the point where you were in position to tie the game, and you completely abandoned on the most important drive of the football game.
Yep.
Man, that was I thought he fumbled. He clearly fumbled the ball in that scenario. And also, here's the thing: I'm going to address Tua for a moment. I felt like Tua, for the most part, played fine.
I just watched the throwback. It looks like he was expecting an out route. He was throwing a different route. It looks like
he was trying to throw to the sticks. I think it was an option route, and
that's what I think it was too. That's what I think it was. Anyways, go ahead,
man. And again, I don't know what that is. I don't,
I just watched it like 4 times while you were talking.
Yeah,
it looks like
miscommunication. You can't have that in those moments, bro. Like,
no.
And I charted. Again, once I go back and rewatch the game, and then once the all-22 come out, we'll maybe this will be confirmed or not or whatnot. But I charted through 3 big boy throws, potential throws that Tua could have made, but he opted to take the safer throw in those particular scenarios.
Well, I understand why he took the Waddle the Waddle miss. I understand why he took it, because first downs were hard to come by for us, so he's trying to get
right. And I get it. But here's the thing, though. And again, I thought Tua played fine, but this is like, what if this scenario was in the AFC Championship game? You know what I mean? You gotta, if you're the MVP, if you're the best at your position, you have to elevate. You gotta elevate. You gotta make those timely, big boy, key moment throws in the most opportune situations.
Can I get a little pushback? Just a little.
He made some of them in the first half.
He threw a dime to Tyreek and Waddle. He threw 2 dimes to Tyreek and Waddle.
I get it, and they dropped. There were key drops, but again, when the opportunities, hang on, real quick. Let me finish real quick. But when those opportunities present themselves, bro, we've seen the greats do it. This is just the reality of the situation. Would the greats make more of those plays than they don't? Right. And again, not assigning all the blame on Tua, but if you're the guy, you're the MVP, and we all believe Tua to be that. When those opportunities are staring you right in the face, you got to elevate, you got to capitalize. And I just felt like Tua, there were instances in this game, there were plays to be made. And again, not assigning all the blame on him. I know a lot of you Tua now members are going to sit up here and act like I'm making the blame on Tua. I'm not doing that. I want to be clear on that.
No, you're being fair.
Yeah,
But
it
at
sounds
the end
fair
of the
to me,
day,
bro.
when you are that guy, when you are the MVP, we see Mahomes makes them plays routine, over the years. We've seen Burrow when they went to the Super Bowl, and again, not to say and assign all the blame to Tua, but when those opportunities are there to make, you got to capitalize on them, and that's just not relative to Tua. That's Tyreek. That's just like if you're an elite player, you got to make those plays when they present themselves.
This is how I look for it. I'm putting 60% at McDaniel's feet, about 25% at Tyreek's feet, and the other 15% at Tua's feet. That's basically how I'm coming away from this game. That's like if I'm just assigning blame to those three guys, the majority of it to me is McDaniel. Tyreek has a little bit more than Tua, and then Tua probably would have been at like 5 or 10% if it wasn't for that final drive. That final drive.
Hey, but I will. Hey, I will say this though, real quick. One last thing, Pyro. This defense is legit. This defense is legit. So I'm looking for this defense to really take a significant step forward in the second half of the season. Again, it's one loss. It's disappointing for all of us. It might take us a little longer to get over this one, but it's not the end all be all. We are in no way, shape, or form out of this in terms of the playoff landscape.
Go back and watch the fumble. That's not on Tua. It's on Connor Williams, bud.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
It was a bad.
Wait.
That's not.
Wait. No. Oh no, sir. That was on Tua.
It was a silent.
No.
It was a silent. He wasn't looking. He wasn't looking when he sent it because he snapped it before the silent count. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it. He snapped it before the silent count.
If it's early, it's on the center.
Well, if the ball hits you in your hands, no, that's on the quarterback.
Not
if you're not looking at it
before the snap. If it's a silent count,
you don't see it.
The silent count.
No, Tua was looking right at the ball, bro.
No, he wasn't. He was looking like this when it came.
No. That's on Connor.
Oh, I'll reserve judge.
Looking to his right when it came.
I'll go back and look at that again. I'll reserve judgment on that.
They showed the goal line replay.
That, yeah.
It goes like this.
I'm gonna wait and see more.
But I just think that, and I agree with you, about Tua should capitalize on that situation. But you got to look at what led to that situation. Moser had back-to-back chunk gains. At that point, you got to look at the game flow. You got to give Moser that ball, man. You can't
at least on like first and second down.
On that, exactly. We threw the ball pretty much all 4 downs.
After those 2 chunk plays, yeah.
After those 2 chunk plays, it's like at that point, man, I get it. Tua should execute. He should be, as a quarterback, as a franchise quarterback of this team, he should have, obviously make the throw and everything. But you got to look at it like that, man. It's just most of it should at least had at least 1 or 2 carries on that drive.
I agree.
Oh no, I just watched the replay. It's on. He turned his head at the last second. He's looking to the right. He's looking to the right. He sends the motion, and then as soon as he turns his head back, he lifts his leg and the ball snap, and it's off his right fingertips. It's a little out the right hip, but he should have caught it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's on Tua, bro. That's on
It looked like it was on Tua straight off. It's only if it was hiked early, then it would.
It was off the right hip. It was definitely. But he should have caught it. It touched his fingertips.
But you know what though? I will say this. And I'm with you, Pyro. I don't know what part of what I said you were pushed back on. I do agree with you. He shouldn't have abandoned the run. But I will say this though. He showed a lot of confidence in Tua by look, he put the ball in his hands and said, "Look, take us home." And
you're both right. You're both right. We should have stuck with the run, or at least early on, on first or second down at least.
To me,
but he also should have made the throws.
I would have stuck to the run till they stopped it at that point.
Yeah,
I also should have made the throws. McDaniel called it up, and he should have made the throws.
He should have.
Both are true. Both are true.
If you're looking at the momentum of that drive, you should have kept giving it the most until they stopped it. Simple as that.
Fact.
But it's not. Yeah. Listen, it's tough to take. This one is tough to take.
You got 4 yards in 2 run plays, and then you actually abandoned it. And apparently, Raheem Moser said after the game that he told Mike McDaniel, "We have to run the ball on this last drive."
Right.
Mm-hmm. And he started off, but then he stopped in the post game. That's what he said.
You know what? This game was very, very similar to. You go back to when Kansas City played San Francisco in the Super Bowl a couple years back when San Francisco was moving the ball on the ground, gashing Kansas City, and they completely abandoned it. Like on the last drive, and Kansas City took a big deep breath and said they did us a massive favor. They did us a massive favor by abandoning the run game.
Watch the middle of the field. Watch the middle of the field. Watch the middle of the field from the right side on the fumble. Watch.
Blow
Watch
that
the
up.
middle of the field. I don't want to get monitored.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Watch the middle of the field.
Yeah, you see?
Look
Wide
at that.
open.
Gone if that's good, bro.
Wide open.
Right.
Wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is what really sucks, bro, because the opportunities were there, bro, and we couldn't capitalize them due to us, shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Either by this or by something else, by a penalty, by a bad play call in a specific situation, etc.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean,
it sucks, bro.
You get 44 yards on 2 runs. I'm running that ball. I'm putting us in second.
Keep running
and 6.
it, yeah.
I take that shot on the next play, and now I have a decision to make. I'm 3rd and 6 and 4, and I got to get 6 yards in 2 plays.
Right.
I don't got to take this shot because we know how Tua gets, man. Tua, you can tell when he feels like he's forced, and when he's taking those long. Tua, man, when he gets out of that rhythm of taking what the defense is giving him.
Yep. Yeah, it can be a little rough sometimes.
Another thing I noticed is that we keep doing that. How do you say it? Oh, damn, I forgot the word. It just slipped my mind. The
screen.
Yeah, no.
We kept on doing that.
The motions, bro. That kind of throws off the timing. When we're on that hurry up, man. When we have 5, 4, 3, and we're
but that's
waiting
play calling.
for that.
That's play calling.
Exactly.
That's not on the motions. That's on the play calling.
That's getting it in time, and
you like the play calling. That's why our play call should be coming in around 20 seconds with all the motion we have. Sometimes we have,
and that's part of why they're better at home than on the road.
Right, or eliminate those in these key situations.
You can't. The motions are way too key to how we operate the offense.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't take them out.
No, not at all. Of course not.
I just saw like on
that's
that.
how we set up defenses with false keys and
No, I agree. I agree with.
You just got to get better on the road.
That's why it's very crucial. That's why it's very crucial.
Dude, there's no excuse to take delay. That's our second delay of game penalty we've taken on our opening drive this year. That's inexcusable. Like that's inexcusable. That's your most scripted drive. That's what you're doing on your walkthroughs. Is that freaking drive? Well, what y'all even walk through it? So what's the issue?
That's what I'm saying.
You did it at slow speed.
Like I said, man, we gotta pray that they start losing the toss at the start of the game and be forced to start the game off with the ball.
Look, this game, I said it when I first came on. This game was definitely rough, and it's gonna hurt us for the next couple weeks. I mean, I'm gonna try and avoid personally a lot of the shows that have the same narratives and stuff, just because I don't really want to hear it, even if it's true, even if we lost all 3 of our tough games. I just don't want to hear it. But look, at the end of the day, again, as much as it was rough, we still have a great opportunity to achieve our goals, considering the fact that, out of the bye, we do have a good 5-game stretch where we should be favored in each of those games, and that'll get us to 11 wins. If we at least get 2 wins out the 2 home games against Cowboys and the Bills, 13 wins. Maybe that's good enough for the number 1 seed.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Now, here's the context that's being left out of this, because I like that you're recapping the penalties. I mean, that's fantastic. But remember,
Jaeger not nice.
The neutral zone if you remember, how many of these we took a false start on Claypool on 3rd down, turned into 3rd and 15.
Legit.
Then they
penalty.
took a neutral zone infraction, so it made it back to 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 5. It should have been 3rd and 5, right? Yep. And then again, what happened? 3rd and 10. Next drive, illegal shift, motion. 3rd
on Cedric Wilson. Yep.
And that like we're taking penalties that are also killing drives. So we're dropping. We got 2 drops, one on Tyreek and one on Cedric, that basically killed a drive. We had a fumble that killed a drive, and they returned for a touchdown that we were in scoring position for. That was at the 30-yard line. So that was a 10-point swing at minimum. We left 3 points at minimum on the field. Could have been 7. It was a 10-14 swing because they got 7 back off the fumble. And now we've got 2 drives that killed with penalties. So, I mean, we've named 4 or 5 drives that we shot ourselves in the foot, and we had 11 drives. And on third down, or specifically, we're talking about third downs. Remember, what was this team on third down today? This team on third down was 3 for what? 14?
It was
3 for 12.
Yeah,
3 for 12.
Really bad, yeah.
crazy.
25%.
Terrible.
Reason back-to-back weeks because we were bad on third down against the Patriots too. We just got bailed out on fourth
And so
down.
were they. They were 3 for 10 this week against us, and they were 3 for 10 last week against Denver. And both defenses kept their offenses in the game. But guess what? Russell and those boys got it done. Can you believe that offense got it done before offense could? You put up enough points?
Man, I can't believe that.
Bro, Jerry Jeudy was making key plays for them, but Tyreek Hill, Jesus, man, it's crazy.
Can I say this real quick too? Sorry to cut you off, man. Just real quick too. Just think of this, because I'm trying to be Mr. Optimism today. Imagine though we do, get down the stretch and we get 10 or 11, 12, 13 wins. Imagine we do get a chance and an opportunity to see them in the AFC Championship game.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Whether it's in Miami or Arrowhead, and then imagine if we can beat them and then see the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Revenge City. So maybe,
anything is possible.
Yeah.
That's the narrative we want to hear right there.
Yeah,
That's it's possible. Look, I'm not one of those kinds of people that's just going to blow unnecessary smoke up people's ass. I mean, for those who do know me, that's not who I am. So I say it because I think that it is possible. I wouldn't say it.
I think we got.
I agree.
I think we got 3 really tough games left on the schedule, but I think we got 5 hard games because I think the Jets are going to play us hard both times.
Sure.
Yeah,
I just don't have any
defense
faith
good.
in their offense, dude. Like,
Either do
I think
I,
our
but-
defense will destroy
look,
them.
I agreed, but look at how our offense has performed against good defenses right now.
Right.
That's
Agree.
fair.
Agree.
Exactly.
Yes.
fair.
You're
We
right,
actually
man.
performed okay today if we would have actually caught the ball. I mean,
But we
were
expect
open.
Rob Hunt
We
will-
had.
Yeah, we expect.
But nowhere
Rob Hunt
near
will
the
come
number
back.
one pass. Even if they caught those balls, we look nowhere near the number one passing and rushing attack and
you're
scoring
absolutely
offense in the NFL.
Right.
No.
Is it? We
let our
can
defense down. Our defense deserved to win today, man. We let
Yep.
the offense let them down.
Yeah.
like
From
if
Tyreek to Tua.
we don't have like freak plays
Taron
and just
Armstead. Sorry, I gotta add this. We're letting
Go
Taron
ahead.
Armstead off here, where Taron Armstead had a few
yeah.
blitzes he didn't pick up very well either.
Right.
yeah
He was reading. He was actually confused by a few stunts, and it led him basically misdirected him off the blitz pickups off the edge. I mean,
yeah, man.
Everybody's got stuff to learn and get
gotta
better
look-
from
Yeah.
this game.
It's fair to say that our offense just didn't play like themselves at all today. They didn't really play super strong against New England either. Like, we need to
but
clean up the small stuff.
Other than the Chargers, because everyone knows how I feel about that game, I think that
Uh-huh.
that was a statement game before the
I
season
agree with
starts.
you,
And now
too.
everyone uses hindsight and says it wasn't,
No,
but
no.
it was.
I
So
agree.
I had
they're
over
not
1,200
good.
people here when they had over 1,200 people here because they had this 7th or 6th best passing defense last year, anyways, and all the guys were back healthy. My whole point is,
Yeah.
we're 1-3 against, we're
games.
1-3 in these statement games this year. I look at it,
Mhm.
but the 3 we've lost to me have been the cream of the crop defensively. Now, are the Bills still as good defensively as they were before the injuries? Talent-wise, probably not, but they're still performing to an extent.
Yeah.
So, but that's the problem here. It's like we haven't put up, other than that Chargers game, have we put up serious points against any of these other statement games? No.
But I think also too is like outside of the Eagles game where you can plan that well, the refs kind of like took us out the game. Like the Bills game and this game, bro, we kind of did it to ourselves. Like we just like I think imagine this defense playing this Bills team now, like, and then we didn't wrap up. We could have tackled them, and then this game, the players you least expect to play bad. It just happened. Like everything that we didn't expect happened today, and it is what it is. I think we're gonna get better for this though. Like I don't believe Tua's gonna learn from this and be better. Like coming out the bye.
Will.
Yeah,
I agree.
Daniel will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still only his second year as a head coach, so he's still got a lot of room to grow too. So
we're gonna win all those.
I need Salvon Ahmed out of Miami.
We have to get rid of Ahmed. He's so terrible. Oh my god.
H-Chan, man.
Oh my god.
And Brooks
He's coming back.
Hey, that inside pitch they try to throw to Ahmed like he's H-Chan. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, there was a hole by the way too.
They're good.
Omar's got to be right. They just must be stubborn with their package, and they're not willing to flip out. Like that's the only explanation. Let's go through some final thoughts here. Let's go. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up. We'll go to you, Brian. You're first.
All right. All right. So my final thoughts was that, well, one, the defense, they stepped up. They did good for the most part. Sure, they may have allowed a couple touchdowns here and there, but it was still good. I like the fumble that we got against Mahomes. That was good. We did stop them, which is good. Well, I know the offense, it wasn't the best today. But second half, they did step up when they needed to. But it's just, I mean, it's just like Tua tried to find Wilson wide open, and my guess is that probably the ball slipped when he tried throwing it. Because
no, he threw the wrong. There was a miscommunication.
Miscue.
Oh, there was. Oh,
yeah.
So I was saying that I think when Tua was gonna throw the ball to Ced Wilson Jr., I think what happened was that I think the ball slipped on him, and that's why it was so low, or why he underthrew it a bit. And then the final play of the game, it's just if not that Connor made, if it was more to the middle of him and not to his right, I think he would have thrown it, found his guy wide open, and then would have tied the game probably. It would have probably gone to overtime most likely. But things happen, man. It happens. But I know this loss is tough, but in the end, I think we're gonna bounce back. We're gonna beat those bad teams like how we normally do, and we're gonna probably still win the division. And just keep fighting hard.
Bari, you're up, man.
Hey man, tough loss. We will get better from this. Shout out Vic Fangio. That defense put on a masterclass. Shout out Bradley Chubb, man, proving me wrong.
He had a good game, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
This man, Bradley Chubb needs to stop yesterday.
Hey,
There's a lot of people in the community that's been trying to shit on him, probably my language reason, but it needs to stop.
I will eat my crow because after the Bills game, I was slandering him. I was saying I was done with him. Ever since that Bills game, man, he's been on a heater. Every game, big plays. He got that strip sack on Mahomes. Shout out to that defense, man. Finally getting healthy, man. We just got to get it together. Play complimentary football.
He's playing good though. Yeah.
Hey, fins up.
All right, hooked up, Joe. You're up next. Go ahead. Final thoughts.
All right, I think that obviously the defensive performance makes me feel happy enough to override everything. I think our offensive issues are going to be worked out, and we'll make it to the playoffs, and we're going to be fine. It would not be nice to see them try to pull in Mostert a little earlier. Seems like they try to hold him out. They don't want to have him as a single back, but they didn't bring him back quick enough. By the end, we couldn't run with 1:40 left very well. You know what I mean? They need to pull him back in early.
Robert, your final thoughts.
I mean, there's frankly just lessons our coach needs to take away from this game. I'm very, very happy to see the defense come alive. I'm very, very happy to see it seems like it's figured out. And I'm not down on the team. I'm still high on the team. I still think we're probably the best team in the division because the Bills don't look like they're going anywhere right now, for being honest. The Jets game, I'm a little bit more worrisome now than I was before for those two games, just because their defense is something that's really good. It was good to see us fight back, but all in all, it was just a real disappointing start, and I'm really sick of the real disappointing starts.
Jan, your final thoughts.
Thanks again for having me. It's always a pleasure to be up here. Can't wait for the next show you have. I think it's going to be tomorrow, right, at night.
Yeah.
Happy to see Dylan in here. Happy to see EM and Pyro. I don't know if that Z is for Z-Man and Robert.
It is.
God bless you guys all. Fins up. We still got 8 games left, bro. We got the Ravens, Cowboys, and Bills, which are tough teams that hopefully we can beat. We're 6-3, so there's still a lot of positive to build on, and I'm gonna keep being positive with our team. So thanks again, guys.
Thank you, man.
Hey, man,
right.
salute to you. Salute.
God bless, man. Thank you.
Pyro, you're next up. Go ahead.
Is he in that hole?
I don't know what happened to him.
Damn, he sleep already?
I think he fell in that hole that's on his profile picture.
He's always in that hole. Yep.
When he comes out of that hole is when we start to lose, Logan.
Is that Z-Man?
Yeah, it is. Go ahead, Z-Man.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Tough loss, man. Tough loss. We just gotta keep bouncing back. Gotta get better with our communication. We can't let that happen in the last possible moments, you know. But hey, it is what it is. We played a lot better than the other two games, personally, overall. But I know the offense didn't really get it going like they needed to. They gotta get that fixed. I think they eventually will. I don't know. Them dudes are too talented for this to for that to be an issue for the rest of the season. But the Raiders are gonna get it. We are gonna give it to them. NHN will be back. No more Ahmed.
Thank God.
Exactly.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah, get that bum out of here.
Hey, quick question. They're going to start filming the Hard Knocks thing for us now, right?
Oh,
Yes.
great.
Next week, right?
Just what we need right now.
Yeah, I don't want that shit.
Nope.
Dylan, you're up. Go ahead.
Thanks for having me. Like I said, and like a lot of us have echoed the sentiment, obviously a tough loss. We have to sit on it for 2 weeks. There's a lot to learn for everybody, from the players to the coaches and stuff. And look, I think they will. And as I've been saying, I'll just kind of echo my own sentiments. I think that we will handle business in these next 5 games. The defense for the Jets is tough, and we do have to go up to New York, but I think we'll still handle business. I think we'll still get at least 13 wins on the season. And I still think we have at least a good chance to have one home playoff game, if not still potentially play for that first seed. So chins up, everybody. I think we still got a lot to look forward to, and I still think that we can absolutely reach our goals. And like I said, too, just one last thing. Hopefully we can see the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and hopefully we can see the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And let's get some dubs in both those cases, and then nobody will remember that shit that happened early in the season. Fins up, baby.
Fins up. Yep.
EM, your final thoughts, man.
Man. Wow, this will still hurt, bro. It's gonna take me a while to get over this one, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. But at the end of the day, we're still 6-3, which is the most important thing. We're still in the thick of things in the AFC landscape in terms of playoff seedings and all of that. But it's just disappointing, man. I know, we all have championship aspirations as fans, as a team, organization. And it's just, man, I had such high expectation for this game for the Dolphins to really cement themselves as the top dogs in the AFC. Still time to do that. A lot of football to be played. But, man, it's just you look at how this game unfolded. You're just seeing a lot of things, right? Consistencies, right, that are contributing to these fucking losses, bro. The trends, if you will. And they need to be corrected like yesterday, and we start with the head coach. Start with his lack of consistency and his him doing his job, everything that entails, right? So at the end of the day, man, we highlighted and we detailed a lot of the issues that plagued us in this game. We just need to get those corrected, and it needs to start. The most important thing is the self-inflicted wounds, bro. We continuously showing up, in the biggest moments against the upper tier teams. We're just consistently beating ourselves, bro. And that's, again, the most important thing that needs to be corrected here this bye week and moving forward as we get, later into the second half of the season. Because if we don't get that corrected, we're not going to last long in the playoffs, bro. That's just a fact. And it's just so difficult to overcome when you're consistently, mentally, you have these mental drop-offs, bro. We just can't have that. So hopefully McDaniel is prioritizing that moving into the bye week. Whatever they need to do, whatever they have been doing, it needs to be scrapped, and they need to implement something different to address this problem, bro. So at the end of the day, I'm still confident in this team that they will do that. I'm still confident in the overall personnel, the talent level of this team. I'm still confident in the coaching staff, McDaniel with his ineptitude. But the most encouraging thing is I took from this game is I think Vic Fangio has put, pardon my language reason, but he's dropped his nuts on the table, right? And this defense is legit, and that'll be something that we can, that's a strength. It's crazy, right? At this point, it seems like, the offense previously for the first half of the season, they've been getting all the credit, all the, and they should have, they've been on a historic pace. But all of a sudden now it seems like the defense is the one ascending and the offense is taking a couple steps back. It's crazy. So they need to address that, the inconsistency on offense, whatever that is, whatever they're seeing on tape from a film perspective, it needs to be addressed. That way, with the ascension of the defense, the offense needs to get back to where we saw, in particular early on in the season. That way we can come to some common ground. We can, we'll have that championship level of balance, offense, defense, and special teams. And hopefully we can use that and springboard that into, the playoffs later in the season, the playoffs, and hopefully, on a Super Bowl run. I'm still confident in this team, but man, it's a lot of issues that needs to be addressed. So confident they'll get it done. But with that being said, man, salute to you, Reason. Always respect, bro. And fins up.
All right, guys. I'm going to be back tomorrow night. Smash that like button. We had over 140 new subs today. So we passed 13K. Appreciate all y'all for smashing that like button. All of you that donated. Appreciate all y'all for coming through. I'm going to be live tomorrow on 5 o'clock. We'll recap this. We'll go over everything. Until next time, you guys already know what time it is. I'll see you on the next one. Fins up all day, every day. Have a fantastic rest of your football Sunday. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, guys. Oh,
Peace.
And mid-season roundtable will probably be coming, not this weekend, but next week, so be looking out for that. Take it easy, guys.